Hello guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Academic Clinical Fellowship. So I've mentioned previously that I am starting an Academic Clinical Fellowship, ACF for short, in general practice. And so I just wanted to do a little video about what this is and what it involves. The Academic Clinical Fellowship is a clinical specialty training post in medicine or dentistry that incorporates academic training. So usually it runs over 3 years, 4 years if you're in general practice, and you have to allocate 75% towards your clinical specialty training and 25% towards basically your academic training. The academic, let's call it ACF for short. The ACF is funded by the NIHR, the National Institute of Health Research in the UK, although you can get some locally funded posts as well. So as someone interested in research in academia, I really wanted to apply for this, and thankfully I was able to be offered a post. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into it. As part of the general practice ACF, mine is going to be 4 years like I mentioned, but you spend the first year purely in hospital, and then the second to fourth years you have some varying degree of academic involvement, because you do have to dedicate 25% of your training, overall training time during this ACF to research. You apply for the ACF through an application system called Oriel. So if you're a doctor, you will be familiar with this, because this is how we apply for our foundation training posts and a lot of our specialty training posts as well. So you apply through Oriel. Applications, posts are released in usually September time. Applications open in October, and then you can start getting interviewed from November to usually November, December, sometimes in January, but you usually get an offer in January time, so they tend to do all their interviews before then. You can also actually apply for this ACF if there are any posts available around February, March time as well. So there's usually another application cycle. However, this isn't guaranteed because they tend to advertise most of their posts in the September-October cycle. So it's something to take into account. The ACF allows you to build on your sort of research area, on your research skills, and ultimately what they're trying to encourage or prepare you to do is to have a PhD application right at the end of it, or to apply for a PhD post so that you can continue in academia, because that's what they want. They want to encourage people to work in academia alongside their clinical training. So yes, they encourage you to do that. That's if you don't have a PhD already. You know, if you have it already, you're sorted. It's good for you. But you know, you may want to do a PhD in something completely different. I know people who might have done a PhD before they even went into medicine. So in a completely unrelated field, so you can then go on to do a PhD in something that you are interested in. Although why you want to PhD though? You know, each to their own, each to their own. Do you, I say. Obviously, having this opportunity to build on your research skills and to network and create contacts, to hopefully do research that will help to improve lives, because ultimately that's what it's about. We're hoping to either improve lives in some form of treatment area or well-being in general of our patients, of colleagues, of everyone involved. Then doing that allows you to build on these skills, so hopefully have a research career, you know, going forward even after you finish these 3-4 years. They also offer clinical lectureship posts as well, and that's something you can then apply for a bit later on down the line, but I won't talk about that in this video. I will link below their website where you can delve into, like, they have like everything you probably want to know in on their website, and so I'll link it below so that you can have a good old peruse if that's something that you are interested in. Feel free to send me questions as well. Send me an email, comment down below, and I will try to answer as best as possible, or direct you to the right place. I think ultimately the goal is that you get to do research alongside your clinical training. It will vary, sort of like the time you give to each one. Some people do 50% clinical training, some people do 50% research. I think what I've seen is that a lot of times, the further along you get in your career or the years that you've worked, you tend to spend more time doing the research side of things as opposed to clinical. But I think this is probably your preference. I mean, there might be people who do the ACF and are like, actually I don't actually want to do research again, which is fine too, but hopefully I think most people will come out of this and being like, yeah, I want to continue research because that was why you went into it in the first place. I hope I've been able to give you a little brief intro into what an ACF involves. If you have any specific questions, do let me know, and do check out the links I post below as well. So yes, I would love to encourage others to look into academia because it's a great way to improve patient care while working obviously in your specialty, but you have that research side of things, so I think it allows you to translate that into your clinical practice. And I think, well, I believe that it can make you a better doctor as well, or a better dentist. I didn't actually fully know that dentists could do this too, but that's pretty cool. So yes, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!